You're listening to Big Blend Radio, the Champagne Sunday show with Nancy and Lisa, and you just heard Take the Power, and I kind of feel like that song goes with everything that's going on right now. It's by the amazing British blues rock guitarist Chantel McGregor, and we're super excited to have her here. I mean, listen to the talent. It's incredible. Check out her site, chantelmcgregor.com. That's ChantelMcGregor. I'm just showing I can spell everybody, but there's different ways to spell Chantel. So chantelmcgregor.com, and welcome, Chantel. How are you doing?
Hi, really good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, doing good. So excited to have you here. Nancy and I, we geeked out on you for like one night. We just sat there watching everything that we could on YouTube. We're like, oh my God, look at this girl go. I say lady, but really, it's effortless with you. Yeah. And it's just like, how does, you've got this smile when you're playing. It's this little smile. And I'm like, but like, you're so badass. This is amazing. So welcome to the show.
No, thank you for having me.
Very excited to have you here. And Take the Power. That song, I have to say, it really does actually feel like how it is right now in our country. It just kind of resonates with that. I didn't mean to get political or anything, but listening to it again, I'm like, this is just kind of how all sides are feeling, I think. Maybe around the world too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's kind of everywhere. I know over here in the UK we're having some, with the protests and things like that, and the world's gone a bit crazy and scary.
Well, I think we all sat back too long, because everything seemed to be working, so we just sit back and then, boom, whoopsie, a few things are falling through the cracks.
Yeah,
so,
it's very strange world at the moment.
That's true.
So now we have to bring up the fact that you're from Yorkshire, right? I saw that on Facebook. Yorkshire, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, first thing I think of Yorkshire, of course, is Yorkshire pudding. That's the first thing. Is that a normal thing? Is that on all the menus in Yorkshire to always have pudding, or you?
No. It's kind of every Sunday people have a roast dinner, so like beef or roast chicken, that sort of thing, and they have Yorkshire pudding with it, but they kind of have that all over the UK. It's not just in Yorkshire.
Yeah, well, we used to live in England. We lived up in now everybody don't get mad at it. We used to live in oh my gosh, now it went out of my head.
Preston.
Preston.
Yeah.
Oh, Preston, yeah, in Lancashire.
Lancashire, yeah.
And Southport. We lived in Southport too.
Right, we lived there too.
And
my grandmother
and that's where we learned about Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, my grandmother was born in Hull in Yorkshire.
Yes, the East Riding, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is good. Now I want, between our first guest, Ken, coming on talking about, Spanish cooking. Now we're talking about Yorkshire pudding. Now I'm hungry. This is totally turning into a food show. This is great. But I wanted to touch base. I know you've got your new single out, and Stupid Love, and this is a rockin' version. Lady Gaga's hit is out there with Stupid Love, and so you decided to cover this, and I want to talk about that. But I want to step back a little bit before we get to the news about you getting started with guitar. Did you start singing first, or what was the thing that drove you to guitar and then to do the rock that you do and the blues?
Well, basically, my dad always played guitar from being about 18, and my parents were always into sort of music around the house and things. So Dad would always be playing guitar constantly, and I used to as soon as I could walk, I'd pull over to him and sort of tune his guitar or trying to get it off him or play the strings. So when I was 3, he got a half-size guitar for me and sort of taught me a little bit how to play it. And then I got lessons at 7, and it just went from there, really. I just carried on studying, and, yeah, ended up doing what I'm doing.
Oh, my God. It's awesome. And then you're also doing right now the Shed Session. So this is like your live stream that you're doing during this whole everybody's, stay-at-home time with the COVID thing. Cool.
Yeah, it's been really, really good. I started, it's quite a while ago now. Back in, I think it was March. As soon as that lockdown in the UK happened, it was like, right, what can I do to try and just lift people's spirits a bit and, just brighten everybody's week once a week. And a lot of people sort of like saying, well, we're going to do it and we're going to charge for, watching and stuff. And I just thought, well, everybody's going to be struggling because everybody's lost work or, over here a lot of people have been furloughed and things like that. I just sort of thought, I'll do it free and just, give a bit back to everybody and just hope everybody enjoys it and it brightens their weeks.
And are you connecting, because I know you do it also through the Facebook page, and what's interesting to me with all of this, we're seeing so many musicians do the live streams. It's almost like having a more intimate audience in a way, because people can connect with you through, Facebook and leave comments and, send hearts and likes and everything. So in a way, I know it's different, but isn't it still having that connectivity?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I like about being on the road and on tour, because, after every gig, I come and meet the fans and stuff, and you miss that sort of connection with people, because you think, well, I mean, when you're literally playing in a shed, well, my dad, he stood in the shed watching, reading comments out, so, I'm to the 4 walls and my dad's there. So when you you miss the connection of actually chatting to people and watching the concert and applauding at the end, and you miss all that. So it was kind of nice to just get that and still be able to have people commenting and leaving messages and sending emails and things. It's really nice to have that connection.
That's nice. I think that's a really good connection. And so now, Take the Power, was that off of Lose Control, your EP Lose Control?
It was, yeah, off the album.
Okay. And then, so yeah, where are we on that? Because I know you've got a live album, you've got Like No Other. What's coming next for you? We'll talk about the Lady Gaga single, but are you working on anything that we can look forward to?
Yeah, it's really busy at the moment. I kind of thought when lockdown began, I was like despairing, going, oh my goodness, all my shows cancelled, well, postponed. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? And then the Lady Gaga thing happened. And then I've been doing some co-writing, which has been really interesting, and also working on an acoustic album, possibly to coincide with the Shed Sessions, and some of the songs that I've been doing on that, people have been asking for them. So I've been recording that as well. So, yeah, so I've been busier than ever, really.
It's interesting. Some of us are like, we don't know what to do, and I'm going to grow a garden. I think that's a good thing. But it is interesting. For us, we got super busy. Like, it's like as soon as we were, because we travel full time, and going to parks and documenting parks, and we went to see a friend for a couple of weeks, and next thing you know, we were there for a few months. We're like, sorry, Jerry, but we're camped out here for a while. So we started doing shows every day because it's like, well, people have time, and let's do something and keep like you said, keep everyone's spirits up. And I think it's important to continue doing that. I think we need to tackle the issues, but at the same time keep our hearts strong, and music is a big part of it. Now, Stupid Love. Now you like Lady Gaga? Have you seen her documentary about she goes through fibromyalgia and everything? Have you seen that on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched that on Netflix a while ago. It's quite, the things that she goes through. It's like, gosh, she's a very strong lady.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching that. I had no idea about like how much she puts into a show and how much physical pain she's in, and just all the. I had like a newfound respect for her when I watched that, and really understanding her songwriting too. So have you always been a fan of hers?
I have, from when she sort of started, when she really hit the scene and things. I was like, wow, she's so cool. She's really different. Because I think around that time there was sort of the Katy Perry thing, and it was all kind of like this, catchy, nice stuff. And she just kind of had a bit more of an edge to her. She was a bit more rock and roll. So that's why I always liked her.
I know in her outfits. She kind of reminded me of what's his name, Elton John, in a way. Like how Elton John just changed the world. It's like, we can do this. We can be proud. We can be loud. We can do whatever we want. And she did that, And
exactly.
Really took on different causes.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Really great.
And Stupid Love. Let's play that for everybody. And when we come back, tell us about, what led you to do this song. There it is, everyone. Stupid Love. And people can get this through Cleopatra Records, and give a shout-out to them. They're awesome. But also, it's on all streaming platforms, right, for people to get.
Yeah.
Here it is. Not sorry, I want your stupid love. You're listening to Big Blend Radio with Nancy and Lisa, and you just heard Stupid Love, covered by Chantel McGregor. That is a Lady Gaga hit. And, man, you're kicking butt on that, cool. Chantel. Tell us, like, what led you to do this song? Because it's I could yell at somebody with that.
Well, I just love the song. It came on, I heard it when I was first on holiday, and I was just, oh, this is such a good song, and I could just envisage it just being rocked up a little bit, and really sort of kicking, a bit. And I just thought, oh, I'd love to play that. So when I spoke with Cleopatra, and they were like, oh, well, we're going to do this, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do this song. Please, can I do this song? So yeah, it was just kind of a natural one for me to do. I just really wanted to do it, rock it up.
Yeah. Now, do you know if she's heard you do it?
I would doubt she's heard it. It'd be nice.
I know. It's like, come on. I know. Come on, Lady Gaga. You got to listen to this. I think she'd dig it. I think she would totally dig it. Because it's like it's a great. I just love what you've done with it. If I listen to that in the car, I'm getting a ticket. I will say that. That's a speeding ticket song. And that's how we listen to music, is on the road. And I get tickets for that. But, no one knows where I am now. Leave me alone. I don't have an address. But Stupid Love, okay, so that's out now. So everyone, you can get it on all the different platforms, streaming platforms, around the world, and go get it. Also out through Cleopatra Records. So the other part, so you have a podcast, and you're also doing Hard Rock Hell Radio. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was kind of those weird things. It happened really quickly the other week. Because over here we had a bank holiday weekend, and they sort of said, would you fancy doing this, like presenting the show for, Bank Holiday Monday, a couple of hours? And I was like, I'd love to. I'd really want to do that, because I always liked doing radio and things. Right from being a little girl, I remember I used to have like 4-track tape system. So I used to put the microphone in front of the radio, record songs from the radio, and then record my own voice introducing the song, talking about the song and stuff. This was when I was about 5.
Wow. That's funny.
I was always into it. So when they sort of suggested, would you want to go and show? I was like, ooh, that would be really good fun. So we did it off, and it went really, really well, and everybody enjoyed it and things. So they said, like, with 20 minutes of it being on air, they were like, how would you feel about having a regular weekly show every Monday morning? And I was like, I would love that. That would be so good.
Cool.
So I've got every Monday morning. I do it now for a couple of hours. It's good fun.
Oh, that's awesome. The other thing too, and you're talking. My toast today, my champagne toast was tape, because of back in the day of making mixed tapes, and I used to make mixed tapes off of the radio shows too. I used to sit there on the stereo, and it was like an art form, So I appreciate what you're saying, because today is National VCR Day, And so I was like, remember VCR and tape, and then you'd freeze the tapes if they got melted in the sun, and you'd do surgery on them. I'm into all that, but I love what you're saying about going back to in old school days and doing that. But what's your champagne toast? What are you happy about?
And hopefully soon. That's the thing that makes me happy, is the hope that everything will go back to normal really soon.
I'm with you on that. I think we all want a little bit of normalcy to return, So the other thing is looking at your education. Let's talk about that, because a lot of times people start in a band, and we need to talk about your band too, who you play with. But you start in the band, and then you end up going to the circuit, but you decided to go do musical education. What prompted you to do that, and then score so well, get honors, first class honors, and yeah.
It kind of came from, because I've always been quite academic. So at school, I was always a bit, kind of wanting to do well, because my dad's an accountant and my mom was a teacher. So it was always kind of instilled in me, you have to work hard and you have to do well, and be good at school, sort of thing. So I did my A-levels and things, and I thought, well, shall I go be an English teacher? But I really want to do music. So I thought, well, actually, I can put a band together, which will buy me some time if I go do a music degree. I can do that and do my band at the same time. Then when I leave uni, I'll already have a band that's, had 3 years basically inactive and gigging to go straight into. So yeah, that's why I was kind of very obsessive at uni and had to get good grades.
And do you think it's important too, as women in music, to have all the backup you can? Do you, when you think about, especially when it comes to, hey, rock and blues guitar, what's it like as a woman in that field?
Work. I don't think it's imperative. I don't think you have to say, well, you need education to be able to do this. I don't think it's completely imperative. And I've probably learned more from actually touring and being on the road and how to deal with people. That's probably the biggest thing of things, is to deal with people and how to come across and, that sort of thing. But for me, I think as a woman, it helps because it kind of gives you that sort of backup. So if somebody starts sort of trying to baffle you with science and go, what do you think about this and the compression of this and how would you do that? You can kind of go, well, actually, this is what I think about it. And they can't say, well, what do you know? You're a woman. Because you go, well, actually, that bit of paper that I've got, it's the first class honours degree thing, that sort of explains why I know what I'm talking about.
Cool.
So I think, that helps a bit, because you still do get, mansplaining, still get that. But it's one of those things you just kind of want to brush off and just go, yeah, well.
yeah, well. And you just keep going, keep moving forward,
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us who's in your band.
My bass player is a guy called Colin Sutton. He teaches actually the university I went to, the music college. So he teaches bass there, and the drummer, he went to Leeds College of Music as well, and he's called Tom Gardner, and they're both lovely. They're really nice people.
You guys, I just love the chemistry on stage and the performances. I really hope that one day we get to see you perform live in person. You know what I mean? Because you've got such a cool energy, and it's just such a cool vibe, and yet you've just got this big sound that comes out of you. And what you did with Purple Rain, holy cow! Like, seriously, it's just so effortless. And Nancy and I are watching this going, this is insane. So if you were going to do a guitar jam, and you had to choose between Prince, Stevie Ray Vaughan, or Jimi Hendrix, who would you choose?
Oh, dude, that's not fair.
Probably
that's
Prince.
Mean. Prince,
It'd be a tricky one, but I think it's Prince, because he's just so creative, and he was so out there, and I think his would be probably the most interesting. I think Jimmy would be quite sort of, I don't know, a bit more maybe improvisy and abstract, but I think as a technical thing, I think probably Prince. I'd love to do Prince.
Well, it's his birthday, so we have to.
Yeah, today's his birthday. Yeah. Everyone, you got to go follow Chantel on YouTube and check out that version, because I was just like, holy cow, it's awesome. Have you seen the performance of Prince playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and he's with Tom Petty and everyone?
It's so good. It's so good.
And he just busts out. Yeah, and George Harrison's son is like all excited. You can see him. He's like sitting there waiting for it to happen, and it happens. and that's where I thought, I always thought Prince was so cool, but people kind of put him in this box of pop, and he's not, man. He's done.
Not at all.
Look at what James Brown style. He's done jazz. He's done, everything. And it's like I felt like when he passed away that. Massive. It was only then that masses of people, even though he's hugely popular, right? He's huge, but there was this whole mass of people that didn't get who Prince was until after he died. That's kind of how I felt.
That's natural. That's how people are.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
I remember going to see Prince. It was about it's obviously before he died, because that would be a bit weird. But I went to Birmingham to see him, and he played for, I think it was like 2.5 hours, and there were no gaps between the songs, so every song was segmented, and it was just like, oh my goodness. And it was like, I really need to go to the loo, and I really need to go and get a drink. I don't want to leave because the next song could be something really good. And Oh, it's terrible because it's just like 2.5 hours of standing there cross-legged thinking, I really want to go to the toilet, but I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I get it. That's so cool.
Yeah, because he put everything in his performances. I think that's, how his injury happened, was how much he put into, his hips and how he danced. And I mean, he was like, like Frank Zappa was a perfectionist, and I think I'd like to see Prince and Frank Zappa together and see what would happen.
Oh,
they
gosh,
may not like
it would be
each
amazing.
other. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah,
like,
you never know.
Yeah, but I thought Prince was just so, and there's so many great guitarists out there. What about for women? Who do you listen to in the world of women guitarists?
I'm a real Bonnie Raitt fan. She's I know her style is very, very different to what I do, but as a slide player, her playing is just so tasteful and wonderful. So I'm a big Bonnie Raitt fan.
Yeah, she's tasteful is good. Yeah, that's you're right, and she just got really nice dynamics, and she kind of leads you into the song. Like she kind of just you don't even realize you're getting immersed into it until you're in it. You know what I mean? She just kind of leads you down the garden path. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And
the way she plays it's got so much feel with it, and the way she sings as well. I mean, her voice is just, it's heavenly. But she's incredible. She's probably my favorite female artist.
Well, we're seeing more and more women out there, on bass. I love to see women on bass. I'm like, come on, I don't know how like you can sing and play bass at the same time. That's, to me, that's like singing and playing drums. Guitar is hard enough, but bass or drums would I don't know. I mean, learning how to sing and play guitar, how do you balance that? That's hard.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's just practice, because I tend to write songs, and I sort of like write something that's, a guitar riff or something, and it's quite sort of cyclic and sort of repetitive riffs and things. And I thought, because I'll record the guitar part, and then I'll think, well, now I'll put vocals and melody and everything at the top, and I'll record it separately, and then I'll come to play it live for the band and go, oh no, what have I done? What have I written? I've written this really silly guitar part that's really technical. I've got to sing over the top of it, and it's totally out of sync with each other, because I've done this weird, time displacement syncopation that I've done with it, and it's just like, why did I do that? No. And I just have to practice it for a few hours and try and get it into my head and knock it out.
So you're creating your own challenge.
Yeah. I made it difficult for myself.
Yeah, when back in the day, like we had a band and a small band, and I would write music and I could hear it in my head, but I couldn't transfer it to the guitar. And Nancy always could, she'd hear me at little gigs, and all you'd hear is ding, 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 because it was a singing part, and then it just is ding, 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 because I don't know I can't do both. I'm either invested in one or the other, but to make them both flow together, no, it's not good. It wasn't good. So now we interview musicians. That's what But that challenge is, I mean, I think you have to become the master of both, and then you have to give the song what it wants,
Yeah.
to let it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just practice it over and over and over, eventually it gets embedded in your mind, and it's fine.
So what are your fingers like? Do you have big calluses?
Nice.
No, because I don't practice enough. That's the problem. I'm really soft at the moment, because obviously not being on the road. It's I've been doing mainly recording and writing, and so I've not really been playing that much other than on the shed sessions. So my fingers are terrible at the moment. They're really bad.
It hurts. It hurts when you do. And shout out to any gear that you're using. Tell us about your guitar. Like, do you have a specific guitar? Or do you change them up?
I use 3 different guitars when I'm touring. I use a Music Man John Petrucci model from Dream Theatre. That's really cool. It's quite light. So for me, that I'm quite small, so lifting it and holding it for like a 1.5 hour show over, it's quite light and comfortable. So I use that. I also use a Strat Plus Deluxe Fender that I love. I've had it since I was about 12. And it's just monstrous. It's a great guitar. and I also use acoustic for the set. I use a Taylor Line 14 CE, which is really nice.
Do you have like a dream guitar? Like you've got it's interesting how you people like the guitarists and musicians all have their like, this is my baby, you know what I mean? That there's just a real comfort zone and a connection with an instrument. But there's always those ones out there that you're looking for to, like, dude, I really want to own that. Do you have a specific guitar out there that you want?
Not really. I really like what I already play. I guess it's one of those things like the Music Man, because I've played it for so long as well. It's just really comfortable. So whenever I pick it up and play it, it's just like, this is home. This is what feels comfy for me. So yeah, I guess it's just that really. It's it feels really natural to play that guitar.
Yeah, it's a good instrument, man. It is a good instrument. I'm into how they make them too. It's just like, I don't know. If we didn't travel full time, I'd start getting into the whole thing. Okay, if I'm going to be stagnant in one place, then I don't know. I have a guitar room and a drum room. Instruments from around the world, because that's always the cool thing too, is doing that. So when you tour, do you ever come over to the States? I know now with COVID, it screws everything.
Yeah, I've never been on tour in the States. I once recorded over there when I was younger, but I've not been on tour there yet because it's quite difficult, like with the visa process and things. The visas are really expensive, fun, and they're a real nightmare to fill in. There's lots of paperwork. So yeah, I'm kind of wanting to wait until I can do it and be out there for quite a while to make it viable to do it, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you gone through Europe at all, or any other continent?
Yeah, I've done Europe quite a bit. So like Germany and Czech Republic, Poland, and things. It's always great is playing in Europe because playing anywhere is great, but I mean it's going to see different places and meeting new people and experiencing different cultures and different foods, and it's just really interesting. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I know. Like all the musicians have, especially in the blues side, from America go over to Europe and England, and it's like half of them the same, like what you're saying, having a hard time coming over here. They got to change it. I mean, everybody would be happier if we could just all travel and stop with the passport crap, visa crap. Just stop it, so we could all listen to each other's music and travel and have a good time. But that's not the way the world is going. Yeah.
No, it's going to get even worse, I think.
Yeah, just the important things in the world: food, wine, and music. Nature. Gotta have Mother Nature in there. Gotta have that.
Yeah.
Well, Chantel, it has been a pleasure having you on the show, and I will encourage everyone again to go to your website and keep up with your shed sessions. And I feel like we're going to go out potting in the garden. So everyone, follow Chantel on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And I got them all here all over the place. And what's the best place for the music side? Bandcamp, or what's your main outlet for everyone?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. I don't know.
But we've had all kinds.
I know. We've had like some sound thing all through this. But anyway, hopefully we'll come back. What is your main outlet for your music, for people to connect with it? Do you do Spotify? Is there a main one, or like Bandcamp, or?
Yeah, there's Spotify. All my music on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music, everywhere basically, and physical CDs as well from my website and Amazon and things.
Okay, great. So everyone, again, ChantelMcGregor.com, and that's ChanTel, Chantel McGregor, and we're going to close with "Burn Your Anger." Uh-oh. Can we burn bras then?
Been there, done that.
I know. Well, Nancy, of course, I know. Right? Nancy's like, burn the bra and go.
No kidding.
Right here. I know. That's what the show is. That's the end of the show with that. But everyone, "Burn Your Anger." We're going to play that. And what album is this off of?
This is Lose Control as well, the second album.
All right. Lose Control. "Burn Your Anger" and "Lose Control." That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds like the country again. Everyone, BigBlendRadio.com is where you keep up with us on our shows and everything that we're doing. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday, June 8th with songwriter, producer, musician, screenwriter, and performer Sandy McKnight. And also we have author Samuel Marquis joining us. So keep up with us at BigBlendRadio.com. Thank you, Chantel. Here it is. Burn your anger and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Thank you, everybody.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
She will know in the depths of your empty soul, vicious mind, twisted lies, raging fire in your